The flickering gas lamp cast long, dancing shadows across the cobblestones, each one a grotesque mimic of my own hunched form. I'd been staring into the abyss of Blackwood Manor for hours, a morbid fascination gripping me tighter with each passing gust of wind that rattled the skeletal branches of the ancient oaks. They said the house was empty, a relic of a forgotten tragedy. But I knew better. I could feel the eyes on me, heavy and malevolent, even from the street. My name is Elias Thorne, a self-proclaimed paranormal investigator with a reputation for chasing whispers and shadows. Blackwood Manor was my Everest, a place where even the bravest ghost hunters dared not tread. The locals spoke of the Blackwood family, wiped out in a single night, their screams echoing still within the crumbling walls. They spoke of a darkness that clung to the place, a hunger that never abated. Ignoring the prickling unease crawling up my spine, I gripped the wrought iron gate, its cold bite a stark reminder of the reality I was about to plunge into. The gate creaked open, a mournful sigh that seemed to echo the house's silent lament. The overgrown garden was a labyrinth of gnarled bushes and twisted statues, their faces obscured by moss and shadow. I navigated the treacherous path, my heart pounding a frantic rhythm against my ribs. The front door, a massive oak slab studded with iron, stood slightly ajar. A sliver of moonlight illuminated the dusty foyer, revealing faded portraits and cobweb-draped furniture. The air was thick with the scent of decay and something else, something metallic and acrid. It smelled like fear. I stepped inside, the door slamming shut behind me with a resounding boom that echoed through the empty halls. The house was a maze of darkened rooms, each one a potential tomb. I pulled out my EMF reader, the device crackling to life, its needle jumping wildly. The energy was palpable, a suffocating presence that pressed against me from all sides. I ventured deeper, my footsteps echoing eerily in the silence. The temperature plummeted, and a cold breath whispered against my ear, sending shivers down my spine. Suddenly, a floorboard creaked behind me. I spun around, my flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. Nothing. Then I saw it, a flicker of movement in the corner of my eye, a shadow that didn't belong. It was tall and gaunt, its form shifting and indistinct, like smoke caught in a breeze. It moved with unnatural speed, disappearing into the darkness of the hallway. I followed, my breath catching in my throat. The hallway led to a grand staircase, its banister twisted and broken. As I ascended, I heard a faint whisper, a voice that seemed to come from the very walls. "You shouldn't have come," it hissed, the words chilling me to the bone. I reached the top of the stairs, my flashlight beam sweeping across the landing. A door stood slightly ajar, a sliver of light spilling out from within. I pushed it open, revealing a bedroom, its walls covered in faded floral wallpaper. A single rocking chair sat in the corner, its back to me. As I stepped into the room, the rocking chair began to move, slowly at first, then with increasing speed. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, a chorus of tormented souls. And then I saw the figure in the chair, its form hunched and shrouded, its face hidden in shadow. It turned its head, and I saw its eyes, two burning embers in the darkness. They were filled with an ancient malice, a hunger that could never be satisfied. "You've been staring into the dark too long," it rasped, its voice a guttural growl that seemed to emanate from the very depths of the house. "Now you will see what isn't there." The figure rose from the chair, its form solidifying, becoming more defined. It was a grotesque parody of a human, its skin stretched taut over its bones, its eyes glowing with an unholy light. It lunged towards me, its hand outstretched, its fingers tipped with razor-sharp claws. I stumbled back, my heart pounding in my chest. I turned to flee, but the door was gone, replaced by a solid wall of darkness. The figure was upon me, its icy breath on my neck, and then everything went black. The next morning, the locals found the front door of Blackwood Manor wide open, the gate swinging in the breeze. Inside, the house was empty, just as they remembered. But if you listen closely, on a still night, you can still hear the whispers, the faint echo of Elias Thorne's screams, trapped forever within the walls of Blackwood Manor, a testament to the darkness that lurks within, waiting to be seen.